New York City is the place where... Hey gang, I couldn't figure out how to get it to go horizontal. Finally figured it out. How is everybody? I'm in New York City at 5th Avenue. Oh, careful, you. Going up the stairs at rush hour in New York City in springtime. It is glorious out. I have to tell you, it's glorious. I couldn't resist but to give you a glimpse of New York in the springtime. Let me know how the audio is. I've got my DJI mic. Should sound pretty great. And here's New York, kids. Just to make sure, get some feedback, who's in the room. And if you can hear me loud and clear, and if the signal's great. Also, want to make sure that it's streamed out to you on the right thumbnail. Very excited. Spring has sprung, my friends. Hey, Melly C, great to see you. Is it nice, loud, and crisp and clear? Oh, thank you so much, Kevin Landon. Here's one of the most beautiful libraries in the world, the New York City Public Library. I didn't know where to start. Now, give you a little brief update. Sorry, I just walked up like 10 flights of stairs. I actually bought a eSIM from T-Mobile because they have better coverage here. So I had that all set up. And for some reason, my phone wouldn't take it, and then I found that AT&T has my phone locked. So I put in the unlock request. They said that could take a couple of days, so I had to go old school. But hopefully it should be good, because I found out that AT&T just updated their system to 5G+. And I looked on the map, and it looks pretty good. But anyway, boys and girls, here we go. This is the New York City Public Library. There's one of the two massive lions outside. I think I said on one of the streams the other day about New York's cracking down on, cancel culture, statuary, etc. So I'm wondering when lions are going to be, hey NDM, when lions are going to be on the cancel list. You're going to have to take a lot of lions down. And God knows who these folks were. Probably a bunch of bad people in their day. Because we were animals back in the day. We were terrible. Haven't we all evolved? I'm on 5th Avenue and 41st Street. And this is the New York City Public Library. It's gorgeous inside, amazing. Obviously, I'm not going to do a live stream in there because it's a library. But I thought what I might do is do a loop around, go through Bryant Park, which is right behind the library, and then head up towards Central Park. I want to stop at Teuscher and get some chocolates, my favorite chocolates in the world. I put a feeler out to Eazy-E, our beloved Eazy, who I haven't seen in ages. And not the Lions, Melly C. Oh, thanks, Steve Mac 3. Well, let's hope it holds. Apparently AT&T has put their act together. Here's some beautiful tulips. These are for you, Dean. Somebody gets paid the big bucks to landscape the New York City Public Library. What do you think? Good job, bad job? I think they look pretty. I think Dean's would probably look better. It's absolutely beautiful. It is absolutely stunning in New York City. 77 degrees, zero humidity, a light breeze. As you can see, I'm just wearing a knit polo shirt in the city. How fun is that? It's been a while. Pretty, right? These are... I wish the zoom effect would work. When DJI gets their act together, they'll allow all the zoom functions and cool stuff that I have on this gimbal to do all the functions that it can do. It just doesn't want to speak to YouTube, I guess. It's pretty cool, though. What do you think, Dino? Everybody say, hey, anybody's in the room. So I know who's here because I'm directly on YouTube today. I'm not on StreamYard, so I do not get the, hey, Dave Fitzsimons. Hey, Basharisti. Hope you're having a good day, too. Yeah, me too. Oh, look, they've put tables out here. We're going to go past a restaurant that was the sister restaurant of where I worked. Actually, I got to turn around because that's not going to do it. Kimball seems to be acting. Hey, Ginge. So I was on the phone with the nice folks at T-Mobile. I had bought the SIM card. $50 unlimited data for a month, eSIM, for if you're traveling, but I would use it for live streams. I got this girl named Cherie from Kenya, and she has a cat named Ginge. So there you go. I told her all about the show, what it's like, what you guys are all like, and it was pretty great. Thanks for the thumbs ups, guys. If everybody could just hit the thumbs up button for the live streams. It's a lot of fun to do. I love doing these. We'll go get something to eat, something to drink. We'll see the sights. I have a lot of history to show you. For those of you who haven't been here last time, I'll go through Rockefeller Center to get the Teuscher Chocolates, which are Swiss, like our watches. What am I wearing on the wrist today? I'm Melly C, baby. I'm wearing Snoopy. I'm very hesitant about wearing one of the... this is one of my everyday watches anyway. I'm a little hesitant about these days and walking around with like a Rolex on or Omega or something like that. You never know. So, it's also the most comfortable watch in the world, the Snoopy Weekender by Timex. How about this? He does these too, Dino. They're all done by the New York City Parks Department. They don't use outside people to do that. And then we're going to be entering the Bryant Park at a place called the Bryant Park Grill, which was the sister restaurant to where I worked for almost 25 years. Arc Restaurants, which my restaurant after the pandemic, I never went back. And they closed in January of this year. Very sad state of affairs. But I know a lot of people who work at this restaurant. And this restaurant, Bryant Park Grill, which is one of the busiest things in New York City, is going to be closing down forever because the Parks Department is not going to grant them, hey, lovely day, hey, Joe, is not going to be granting them a new lease. This is the very famous Bryant Park Grill, which sadly will be closing if they can't work it out with the powers that be. A good friend of mine, who is the manager of my restaurant, a girl I adore, Diane, she is one of the managers here. This is Bryant Park. Now, for any of you who don't know about Bryant Park, it's a beautiful, very bucolic square on 42nd Street in New York City. And it was once a place where everybody went and did tons of drugs.
He wanted...
And the guy that just walked by with the hip-hop look didn't recognize me. He is the son. That guy was the son of the guy that owns Arc Restaurant Corporation. I won't say any names, but he knows me very well. I've known him forever. But he's that kind of dude. And he's really into suiting for all my suit lovers out there. And I told him what a big Richard James fan I was, Tom Ford. And he's kind of a portly guy. And he kind of stuffs himself into suits that are way too small for him. But hey, you know what? It's great to have an aspirational look. This is the Bryant Park Hotel. This was an office building that they did up a couple of years ago when this, they're actually working on it now. When this building kind of lost its tenants, it turned into an amazing place for high tea at 4 o'clock. Here you go. This is for all of you people and especially for Dino. Tulips, tulips everywhere. Now this is once again all done by the New York City Parks Department because it is New York City, New York State property. So they cannot have anybody here that is not working for the city. Bryant Park Grill. It's a very, very famous place. That's the terrace upstairs. We're all famous. And it's going to close. This beautiful place. It's been here for, I think, almost 45 years. The city wants more money. So they refused to renew their lease. And it's attached to the back of the New York City Public Library. It's a sin, but that's what New York does, unfortunately. We knock down beautiful buildings, we get rid of businesses that are fantastic, and it works. People love this place. They come here all the time. And during the summertime, I think that they're here throughout the entire summer. I think that their lease will be contested for a while, but they put 2 levels of bars right over there. Wear your Rolex everywhere. No one ever comments on my Rolex, says Jim Lassick. They just seem to blend in, just my experience. That's true. I'm just always a little bit worried. You know what it is? That green glass. Glace vert. The GV, just in the sunshine, just pops like a crazy person. So even if you know what it is, then I guess you'd want to snatch it. But yeah, I'm just, you know what it is? It's my first Rolex, my friend. I just don't have enough experience. I get a little nervous, you know. I never walked around with 11, 12 grand on my wrist, or whatever it's going for now. These buildings are protected in NYC. The library is not going anywhere, ever. But lots of great buildings. Like, who would have thunk that Penn Station in New York City, Pennsylvania Railroad Station, go look it up. Look up the original Pennsylvania station in New York City and weep. You cannot believe that it was built in, I believe it was 1903 or 1900, early the 1910s. I think it's 1903 to 1907, and it was knocked down in 1961 because they wanted to make something called Madison Square Garden, which already existed in Madison Square Park, which is further downtown. Oh, so they moved the bars. They have the bars here, but they moved them. Okay. I gotta say that for the most part, this is where like bro-tards go to drink. It's kind of a bro-tardy kind of spot. Is that Tim Cook? He was with a woman, so it wasn't him. Just kidding. This is the Bryant Park Grill. I don't see anybody I know. But people come and go. So I worked at for this company for 24 and a half years. And I've met so many people coming and going. It's been crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I'll head down to Avenue of the Americas. I'll swing past Steinway, and then we'll go up to Rockefeller Center. And if you guys have any ideas of where you'd like me to go, please tell me, because it's your show. I just host it. I'm your tour guide of New York City, and I'm happy for those of you who have been on the ride before. I'm happy to go anywhere. I've got 2 feet. I got a Metro card. I got a MasterCard in my pocket, getting a cab. If there's something you really want to see in New York that you can't get to, I'm happy to do it for you. So, just a regular Joe walking the streets of Manhattan. How you doing? How you doing? I'll put my thing up a little bit further. It's a beautiful day. I mean, it couldn't be more beautiful out. New York City Walkabout. Hey, Ray Ray. PJ bottoms on. Now I'm wearing jeans. I was going to wear shorts, but I was like, I don't know if I'm quite ready for that. I was going to wear a denim jacket like I have in the thumbnail, but I was like, it's a little bit hot. So I don't think I'm going to do that. No PJ bottoms to walk through New York. It's funny. I took Rose for a walk earlier today, and she was balking because she loves her house slippers so much. They're these poofy, furry things. And I was like, you can't go out on the street with those. And she said, why not? They're comfortable. So you know what? I let her. Who cares? Who cares? Uh-oh. Don't want to hear that because I'm going to get demonetized. I have to hit my mic. See, on this gimbal, there's a mic mute button. But it doesn't work because they don't speak to each other very well. But whenever that music happens, I have to hit that mute button because it'll just demonetize the whole show. And then I have to go appeal it and go YouTube. Hey, Joe LaFaro, thank you so much. Have a cold drink on me. I will. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much. Here's Bukhara. which I don't know how much longer that's going to be there. I'll switch this around. That site was used in the mid-century for New York City's Crystal Palace, later New York City's water reserve. Roar of the Tiger, you are a smart man. Roar of the Tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. Should I go in there and ask them if they have a land dweller for me to try on? I've been to the Fountain Pen Hospital because my father-in-law, who I talk about all the time on the show, has a giant collection. We've been there many, many times. Let's go see what, how much is that Rolex in the window? Let's go find out. Let's see what they have in the way at Rolex. Oyster Perpetuals. Small sizes. Look at that. Look at that. Man, that's a teeny tiny Rolex. Was that a 24? 24, 34. Is 136. Hey, remember this, kids. All watches displayed are for exhibition only. Why you do this to us, Rolex? Why you do it? And to see if I was wearing the Rolex, I'd have a little bit of juice, a little bit of baller action. But they'll just, they'll look at me like I'm crazy. What do we got in here? Got a GMT collection. We got the Sprites. We've got Pepsi. Got a two-tone root beer. Got a Batgirl. Got the Bruce Wayne. Very, very cool. Wimbledon. Wimbledon must be the easiest watch to get because every window I've ever seen, it's here. There's 2 of them in this window. 2 of them. Pack of Datejust in green. That Datejust in green on the Jubilee. Very Carolyn Martin. The girl with the wrench. And the blue one's beautiful, huh? Then we got some Sky Dwellers and an Air King. Three Sky Dwellers and an Air King. Beautiful watches. Quite beautiful.
Oh, that's that green face. That's that green face.
That's the green face. Yeah, that's the green face, honey. Beautiful.
Not right, but that.
Oh, here it is, right there.
Datejust.
The green face.
No, that's blue.
Yeah, I want the green.
Right.
Green Sky Dweller. Good luck. Tough to get.
I'm on the list.
Are you on the list? I hope you do. Godspeed, my friend.
I've been buying from them, so
If you're on the, you got a history. It's great.
they just sold me this one. So that's not...
Oh, beautiful. Hey, this is a watch YouTube show.
Oh, okay, good. There you go.
How are you? Beautiful. Beautiful blue Datejust. Congratulations on a Jubilee. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, that's the green again.
Yeah, that's beautiful too.
It's so nice.
It looks better on the Jubilee though.
Yes.
No, I'll tell you. What are you doing?
Got a collection of subs, a bluesy, Starbucks,
Oh, you're not gonna sit anymore?
and then some Buckaroo hoo-ha. Now get these while they're hot, kids, because these watches are going the way of the dinosaur. No more Carl Bucherer. The brand is dead. It's over. That's a quite beautiful chronograph there. Very thick bracelet though, huh? Super duper thick. Wow. Yeah, it's a shame. Rolex just decided to buy it and swallow it. You know? Some Cartier. The Pasha de Cartier. Not my favorite watch in the world. It's very cuisine. How you doing? It's very Joey bag of donuts. Very nice. Nice collection of tanks.
It's been a while since I've done it, come down.
Look at that beautiful small number. Oh, that's gorgeous. Ballon Bleu. Beautiful tanks. Sometimes this whole place reeks of weed. I mean, reeks of weed. I'm getting choked to death with marijuana. If it displays 10, yeah, they all do. Well, actually, they don't. 20 to 6, all of them are. Let me go back to what that said. It's all of them say, look at this is what they all say. Well, let me look at the Rolexes because that's probably what you're talking about. Let's get out. Let's go to the Rolexes. Nope. They are all at 25 minutes to 6. Is that the new fake Rolex date? Might be. Yep, they're all at the exact same time. So these movements are locked. How's the picture and sound, guys? Still good? Maybe AT&T really did get their act together. Which could I zoom in? Can't. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's the actual time. Oh, shit, it is. Oh, wow. Wow, all of these watches. Oh, God, you're right. God, hilarious, Joe. They are all running. Look at this. Look at the Wimbledon right there. I can't zoom in because I don't have that ability. I wish I did. They're all running. Yep. The Datejusts are running. The Wimbledon's running. Yeah. Hey, oh shit. They're all real watches. So I guess if you're like Leonardo DiCaprio walked in. Oh, thanks, Mart. Thanks for letting me know. This is the first time I've ever seen them with actual running models in the window. Usually they're factices or they're locked movements. These are all, every single one of them is running. Wow. Yeah, what's she doing? She's probably buying like 10,000 Rolexes. Yeah, look at the Sky Dweller, it's beautiful. He's waiting on that very well-appointed gentleman who is absolutely 100% wearing Cool Water. Sorry, love. I would the Davidoff Cool Water. I'd know that smell anywhere. I remember it from going to church on Sundays. All the Cuomos would wear that, or Fahrenheit, because we went to the same parish as the Cuomos. And for those of you on the other side of the pond, he was our former governor, and he's running for mayor now. And his father was the governor also. Italian-American family from Jamaica, New York, who has the job of setting them every day. You know what, Joe? I'd volunteer that job. How cool would that? Just so I could try them all on and goof around with a bunch of Rolexes. I don't know about every day. I mean, they're not on Watchwinders, so it is an interesting thing. You hear that? Can anybody hear that? There's a whole Joey Bag of Donuts conversation going on in front of me right now. And I even heard the famous word from New York that starts with an S, ends with a K, and has an ang in the middle of it. Which is such a New York word. Joey, I told you not to go out with her. She's a total blank. Amazing stuff. There's the sad showroom that is now Steinway and Sons. Joe, I have an update for you. Right before I left the house, I got a phone call. So we'll be talking tomorrow if you have time. I'll send you a text. I got some info. I guess these Steinway guys are always half asleep. Anyway, this, I hate what they've done with the brand. I really do. The president lives really close to me, and I always chew his ear off if I see him. But they've turned it into, it looks like something you'd see in a mall. The pianos all look kind of living roomy now. Because Steinways are made in New York City, but they're also made in Hamburg, Germany. And there are a couple of differences between the sound and the tone and the construction. But what they've done, actually they have an Art Deco piano here. I've never seen this before. Sorry guys, I'm obsessed with pianos, especially Steinways. That's actually very interesting looking. Some kind of very Art Deco piece. And it is a concert grand. Oh, that's a beautiful case. Oh my God. Wow, I know there's glare right now. Almost like a Julian photograph. Let me go around to the other side where there's less glare. Hey, 72 people in the room. Thanks for coming on in, guys. I love doing these for you guys. This is the first one, the very first Walkabout of the spring. Yeah, it's a concert grand, but this is a completely unique case. Wow. It's kind of in an ivory. Never seen a piano that looked like that in my life. What they did was they kind of consolidated the brands, the Hamburg version and the New York version, and they're using the same methods, the same rims now, and the same action, and of course the lacquer. And the one thing that they did aesthetically that looks really different is the arms on the side of the keys, which was always kind of like a 90-degree angle. It is now sloped. I don't know why they did that, but you know, it's crazy. Ivory is the new white, says Sharon. Hey, beautiful Sharon. Hello, honey. Yeah. Now, this place just looks to me like a mall. Like before, it was in a historic building which they owned, which they sold, and it's sad. I guess they needed the money because they built the tallest. See that building right there? See that really tall one in the back, all the way in the back? That's on Central Park. That's Steinway Tower. Oh, look, they made two of them. Wow. There's Oisin's favorite girlfriend. Wow, that case is beautiful. It is crazy beautiful. Wow, that wood is outrageous. Jesus. Handmade in New York City. You can't beat that, my friends. Handmade pianos. You know, most pianos, you know, they're made, you know, in either, well, Japan, of course. Yamaha's a totally different story. And while I'm not a fan of their pianos, they have some very, very high-end pianos. The Conservatory C7 and Kawai, which is not a great piano, makes something called a Suguro Kawai, which is a concert-level instrument. And those are handmade too. But most other brands are kind of slapped up in a factory, except for, of course, Steinway, Bosendorfer, and Bechstein. But, so we're on 6th Avenue and 44th Street. And we're going to take a walkie-poo over towards Radio City Music Hall, hang a right, go to Teuscher, get a couple of champagne truffles and a coffee. And I had a Kawai piano when I was a kid. You know what, Melly C? My brother just sold one. My parents had a Kawai in their living room for the past 10 years. My brother's a realtor, and he was liquidating a house, and there was a piano there, and he bought it. I don't know, I guess he figured like one of the kids, you know, I mean, my sister's kids have tons of kids, that they would play it, but nobody wound up doing it. And he just sold it. And my sister Pat was very sad about it on reflection. And the cats in the house loved it, because my sister Pat has 16 cats in her house. It's a big house. All rescues. They all found them. So when my parents were still alive, there weren't that many yet, but some cat was always coming into the house and having babies on the regular. And, you know, that just, whoops, there it goes. That's how they all got there. And then, of course, my sister fell in love with most of them. So there you have it. I'm getting a haircut tomorrow. My hair is out of control. I'm at the light. I wanted to bring it back to the UK with me, but it was cheaper to buy a piano here, yeah. Dirk, did you hear about the John Hamm article in the Daily Mail? Uh-oh, Sharon, I did not. How much does the piano prices start from in the shop? Oh, in Steinway? Well, it depends on the model. You know, like an S, which is the baby grand, and then it goes from S to M to L to B to D. D being a concert grand, those are in the neighborhood of 300,000. But I think they start at like 70,000 for a baby grand. They're very expensive. Is it something very negative, Sharon, or is it something very positive? Is it a good article? Because, you know, he has that history with his, he's got a blemish on his record. When he was in college, there was some kind of hazing debacle that went on, and him and his friends got in trouble for it. So I hope it's not, you know, because now that he's finally found a new series that seems to be successful, you're saying, no, it's bad? So it's a very bad article on him? Or not bad? I didn't see a T there. That's good.
It was logic.
I mean, I always wondered why that never got out. What is the difference in video? Oh, is that right? Oh my God, Daniel, I'm so happy that the video is great. Hey, I'm glad it's great. Okay, AT&T, they're getting their act together. Grateful for that. I'm on 6th Avenue, or Avenue of the Americas. That is affectionately known. It's a bad article. Brother. What, like he's a bad person? Or, oh no. Oh boy. That's not fun. Oh, thanks, man. Hands down, best stream ever. Oh, listen, if AT&T really got their act together, and I don't have to use that SIM card that I got. I mean, you know, it's digital. It's an eSIM. So, hey Bashers, hey Dirk, hey Juby Doo, where are you? A song coming your way for Kay. It was given to you from Dave Fahrenheit 451. So now that you're here, because you weren't on the show last night, do you want a cover song? Do you want an original song? Is there anything you'd like me to cover? Something for Kay, because Kay is the Basher of the Day for yesterday. But I was waiting for your feedback if you watched the show back. But since you're here live, pop in for a Cuddy Sark. A Cuddy Sark. Do you know, you want to hear something funny? I have a bottle of Cuddy Sark in my bar in my house. That's probably been there for, I mean, it's got to have been there for 30 years. Paul drinks whiskey. I might have cooked with it a bit because I do like to make whiskey sauces. They're fun. When I do a certain kind of twice-baked potato and I make a whiskey sauce to go with it, cook it down. It's really nice. But Cuddy Sark, right? That or a JB, right? Let me get a JB and soda. Cuddy. Let me get a Cuddy on the rocks. Such an old New York thing. Oh my God, here we are. Hold on. I watch these guys on YouTube all the time. You want to see what the We Buy watches have? You want to see? Let's see. It's got Sky Dweller, Sprite, Bluesy, Sky Daytona, Gold, two-tone Sky Dweller, diamond encrusted, bust down. That's definitely bust down. That's not factory for sure. Very interesting stuff. These guys all have YouTube channels, by the way. Most of them, at least. I watch a lot of them. I like John Buckley's show. But that young kid, man, ooh, that guy, he goes to a guy and he goes, I need this watch and I need it for a good price because I'm going to flip it. Like, he tells the guy that he's going to make money off of it, which I just find crazy, but it's honest, you know. Listen, give this to me for a good, give this to me for 10 because I'm going to sell it for 12.5. So we can make, and then the guy's like, but I need to make some money. I'll give it to you for 11. It's all a bargaining thing, which is fascinating to me. A lot of glitz, a lot of glamour. A lot of glitz, a lot of glamour. Brooches are in, by the way, anybody who wants to know. Brooches are back, and they're back for men. Hey Sharon, what paper was this in, the Daily Mail? Oh, I mean, that doesn't really count, does it? Isn't the Daily Mail like the New York Post? Just like a total shit rag. Gossip, and doesn't everybody sue the Daily Mail? Isn't that the one? Used to be the Sun, right? Avenue of the Americas. Very famous buildings. This whole area is known as McGraw Hill. McGraw Hill. I'm going to hang a right up 48th Street used to be the mecca for guitars and musical instruments. Sadly, no longer true. No, the DG, 47th Street, totally different thing. And yes, the Daily Mail is a rag. Hey, hush. We call it the Daily Fail. Yes, is anybody going to care that they slammed John Hamm in the Daily Mail? Is anybody going to believe it? So it's sensational. Why are you going after him now? What did he do? He's happily married now. He's got a hit show. It's because he's got a hit show. Which is, you know, because Sheen covered it on his show. It's a great show. It's a lot of fun. Wait till you read it. Oh, boy. I'm going to make a left at NBC, the headquarters of NBC, WNBC, and I'll walk through the promenade of Rockefeller Center. And video and audio still primo, kids. I'm so glad AT&T upped their game. I got this is just for Sheen if he's still watching. I got a Tmobile Sim. And it wouldn't work on my phone because AT&T has my phone locked, and they said, we need several days to unlock your phone. What a load of shite. But turns out AT&T just upgraded their service here to 5G plus. So if that's true, that's great. I'm thrilled. I couldn't possibly be more chuffed.
Yes.
And I'm in a very, very, very concentrated area where there's a lot of tourism. Oh, thanks, gang. Thanks so much. Like I said, guys, if there's a place that you want me to see, you want to see in New York City, I am your guide. Let me know. Hey, Rory O'Keefe. Great to have you on there. Thanks, pal. How are you? Think this is an Irish bar? It's called Riley's Plate and what? Plates and Pours. Right. Yeah. Man, this place reeks of weed everywhere. Once you get into one of these construction overpasses, you get inundated with weed. Let me guess. Oh yeah, well, Trump. Oof. Fuck. It's him. Okay, here we go. I'm getting out of the weeds section. U.S. carriers always lock the phones. Doesn't happen here, right? But we're free. I'm free. 1-800-WEED, we deliver. Yeah, they're gonna unlock my phone, but like, what a shame. But I was reading an article when I went to go look at the AT&T coverage map, and as of like just the beginning of this month, they implemented a new 5G plus. So I don't know what 5G plus means. Kind of like Apple Plus or iBashers Plus. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching iBashers Plus. Here we go, Rock Center. A lot of great play. Oh, after you, love. Oh, what slippity. I think that was blood. Boy. So now we're in Rockefeller Center. That's the famous 30 Rock, where the show was filmed, where the Today Show was filmed, right here. That's the Nintendo store, but this is the Today Show. Hey, Daniel, the Omega store, they let me in there, when the store was closed. And I met the manager, I obviously did the first Omega in space there. He does not want anybody coming in there with a live YouTube camera. So I did ask for permission to do that, and that's when he said, I have a better idea. Why don't you come in? And it's a very cool place to go get a drink in Rockefeller Center. I could only imagine. The cocktails here are probably, I bet you a glass of wine here is $25. I mean, look where we are. The flags of all nations. I would love to go there. I'd love to go put on the white dial Speedmaster. Yeah. Did you look it up already? I'm What's 28? I mean, I'm not shocked by that. I am not shocked. Lodi. Now this is a wine store right over here that I used to. I'll tell you what happened over here. Oh, I'm so, thanks guys. I'm so grateful that something's actually going our way. Oh, that wine store is gone. Oh, wow. Wow, how did they get rid of that wine store? I'm trying to remember the name of it. I bought a bottle of Pichon Longueville Comtesse de Lalande for Dana and Emmett and had it shipped there. And when it got there, it was corked. And they originally balked and they said, there's nothing we could do about it. And I was like, fucking hell, you're going to do something about it. For a $350 bottle of wine. He was like, yo, it was really old. I think it was 88. It was quite old. Might have even been older. I forget what it was. It was years ago. But they did finally, they overnight packed up another bottle of it. They had a case of it, and it was on sale. If there's such a thing as on sale second growth Bordeaux. But you know what's really funny about this? Sometimes we'd love to see the Dakota and Strawberry Fields. Well, you're in luck, Robbinsburg, because you know what? I'm going there. I'm going to walk up to Central Park. I'm going to walk through Central Park, and I'm going to go straight up to the Dakota, and I'm going to tell you all about it. I mean, it'll take a little while for me to get there. So yeah, oh, that wine store is gone. Wow. Well, you know what? If that's what we're going to do, I'm going to waste no time. I'm going to get cracking. And away we go. Big building, huh? Did you get vertigo? Even the gimbal's like acting nice today. Yeah, I took everybody to the Dakota last summer, but you know, listen, I never get tired of the Dakota. I don't know why anybody would. I'm gonna go over to Teuscher and I'm gonna go get a couple of champagne truffles, because why not? And a cup of coffee, New York coffee. Now this is the incomparable Rockefeller Center, which you... Listen, I'll go around the long way, because I think you should see it. Hey, Steve-O, are you around? You want to come visit me? You want to come on my walkabout? I'm going to walk around so I can take you for the full gamut, and then I'll let you know a little bit about it. There's the Beatles playing in the background. I got to remember that when I hear music really loud, I need to hit the mute button. Because we don't want them interfering with our live stream. It's the most important part of the show. Hey, hey, my, rock and roll will never die. Michael Kors. Michael Kors just bought Versace. Michael Kors is not, I've met him many times. He used to drink at my bar. Him and his friend would sit outside and get sun early in the morning and for brunch. He's a very, very nice guy. A designer he is not. He's a businessman. I mean, his stuff is, you know, third tier couture. He does have a private line, but like this stuff looks really pretty. But it's like, you know, whatever. But he's got a great eye for business. Here's Saks Fifth Avenue being renovated. It's got scaffolding. St. Patrick's Cathedral, which I've brought you all to many times. Now let me take you right to the heart of Rockefeller Center, the Channel Gardens. I'll get a straight up look. Anybody who's watched the show 30 Rock, you'll know exactly what this is from the beginning. It's beautiful. It's located in Midtown between 48th and 51st Streets, 5th and 6th Avenues. It was built from 1931 to 1939. It was developed by John D. Rockefeller during the Great Depression, and it was originally intended to house a new opera venue, which wound up being a fiasco. It was transformed into a landmark complex known for its Art Deco architecture, Radio City Music Hall, and the iconic Christmas tradition and the Christmas Spectacular. Now, Radio City Music Hall was originally supposed to be that opera house, but there was a snafu, and the snafu was if it was funded by New York State, then it couldn't be in this private development. So they wound up eventually moving up to what is now Lincoln Center, and it's part of Avery Fisher Hall, now David Geffen Hall, and the Met, and that was built in the early 1960s and is the impetus for the musical West Side Story, because that neighborhood that we see all those guys frolicking around in, that was Lincoln Center. And you see the ash heaps and all that stuff. Unbelievable stuff. Little history for you of New York City. And here's my favorite chocolatier, Teuscher. I think it's time to get a couple of these. And a coffee. We're gonna get a coffee around here. See what the line's like. There's a bit of a line. It's beautiful. Now these chocolates are shipped in every single day, and what they don't sell in one day, especially the champagne truffles, and these are the champagne truffles, they are thrown out. Oh yeah, music. Is that real music though? Okay, ready? Champagne truffles. The champagne truffle box. How many pieces is that? It's just magnificent stuff. Is the 9-piece pralines. Then of course you can go bespoke and you can get all the stuff there.
Are they the same price?
It's absolutely stunning.
Then can I have, I guess,
Notions.
This one is not.
I didn't know that they sold notions, but they do. Some other salted caramel truffles. And the signal might get a little crappy in here. I'm not quite sure because I'm inside, but I'm going to get in and get out as fast as I can.
All right, can we bring that up? Yeah.
Amazing.
And then we'll go to the basement.
He's going to go to Maison du Chocolat, which is a competing and truly magnificent chocolate store. A signal's perfect. Hey, great. There's the Orange box for $2.19, which I'm not getting. I hate oranges with chocolate. It's not a flavor I enjoy at all.
But that was a tiny bite.
Oh, there's music.
You're dying to try 99.
Sir, do you need to grab anything else?
no, that's it. I'm sorry, I thought it was $2 each roughly, and 15 chocolates, should that be $30?
No. No, they're not $2 each. Patient, I'm patient. I'm losing traffic here. Can I get something, miss? Can I have the 6-piece champagne truffle and 2 Grand Marniers? Turn the music off. Okay, but what? Do you have anything new? Is it something new this week?
This week, no, but
No, there's just the fresh eggs over there.
Oh, the eggs for Easter. Oh, thanks so much. Have a great week. I don't want to get involved in their picture taking. I'll sneak past them. Okay, we're out in the big thing. We'll get a coffee and have, uh-oh, Prince. Everywhere I go, there's music. I mean, it was just, You Should Be Dancing, and it was Prince. And I guess I should just live with it. All they do is take the money from the commercials and whatever. I don't make any money off of commercials anyway. Just to find charity of Basherdirk, etc. Coca-Cola doesn't give me anything. I had a Coke commercial on one of my live streams. I was like, I didn't get any money from Coca-Cola. I gotta walk up the avenue past all the watch stores. I gotta get rid of my gum. I don't see any bins anywhere. Quality still primo, guys? Man, That would be great if that's the case, and that AT&T is no longer shite. I mean, you would think that everybody would be competitive. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Now I can't get over this John Hamm article. So can you give me like a brief summary of like, is he a bad dude or a bad actor or washed up, or do they hate his show? Thank you. Melly C, thanks. Oh, I know these are the Bad Man, oh boy. Tag Heuer, Hublot, everybody's. Those are the brands you want, those are the brands you get. One I have tremendous respect for and the other I do not. Just don't understand who buys Hublot. Who buys Hublot? Who buys who? Who buys Hublot? I don't know why anybody would buy it. It's New York, kids. You know what you do? You're in New York. You walk into traffic like I'm doing right now. I'm going to get smushed by a bus. You know, I'm used to it. It's New York. I don't care if I get smushed by a bus. You know what? I'll get a big giant lawsuit. Victoria's Secret. Now, have they been able to come back from the debacle that became that company? Hey, why is it backwards? I don't ever have it set to mirror. I never have it set to mirror. Let me see what it says here. I don't ever do that. Is everything backwards? No, right? On mine it is. Let's go see what it looks like in there. Now that all looks normal. There's Hublot. Dyson have a store. Nike. Quality versus shite. Of course. Tag Heuer is, great company. They've made some great watches we all love. Hublot has done nada. Now that used to be the Versace store, right there, and now it's gone. Now it's called Skims. I don't know what Skims are. It looks like some kind of undergarment, like a Spanx, but like Nike. It's a big American conglomerate. Ferragamo over there. It's fantastic. I just don't understand paying that kind of money for sneakers. I do have a pair of sneakers, and they are. I used to love Adidas, but I don't like to pay $200, $150 for a pair of sneakers. I would much rather put those funds towards a great shoe. Sneakers are, disposable. Great shoes last you forever. There's Zara. First time I ever saw Zara, I was in a place called Faro in Portugal. And Paul needed a swimsuit because our friend Mary lived down there and she had a pool. And we went and we got him a swimsuit, some trunks at Zara. And we were like, what a great store. Too bad they don't have it here. And you know what? They did. And I just didn't know that. Anyway. Now that's beautiful.
Stop in the middle of the road. Good job.
Beautiful. It's young kids. I won't get popped for this. I have no cash on me. I feel like a deadbeat. Brava! I feel like a total deadbeat. I'll go get cash and come back, hopefully. They'll be there at some time. I just don't have any cash on me at all. It's becoming a cashless society. It's all Venmo and PayPal and all that stuff. Coming upon the first hour. Can they play Freebird? Coming upon the first hour live. Happy to be with you today. Take you to the park. What would you guys like me to do? It's your show. I just host it. Anybody have any ideas? You should always have a little church money on you. I know. And you know what? I did, but I gave it to the guy in front of Dunkin' Donuts last night. I know. I usually do. And I also had a different pair of pants on. I might have had another couple of bucks. But you're right. You should always have some church money. Always. This is St. Thomas Aquinas. This is, it's not a Catholic church, but it's a church. Once we get up towards the park, I can set the camera down and have a decent chat with you all on a coffee, or maybe a glass of wine. Wine and chocolate, that works. Swarovski, Coach. There's the DJI store, Stuart Weitzman, very famous company for shoes. Let me check my battery, make sure everything's good. And all good. Battery's good. This is the Peninsula Hotel. It's very swank. One of the most beautiful hotels in New York. Up there with the St. Regis and the Plaza and the Pierre. It just doesn't get all the recognition because it's a newer hotel. Because it used to be the St. James Club. So, and it was also the University Club. This big part here was the University Club, I believe. And it's, you can't see it from here, but it's giant panels. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oak walls, mesmerizing stuff. Going past Vempi. Do a little watching. They're all out of the window already. Well, not everything. There's Patek, but just the jewelry. They've been taken out of the window already. So what do we got here? Roger Dubuis, Breguet, they're all gone. They closed already. Jules Lecoultre, the Shooter. I don't get the freak at all. There's plenty of Jules Lecoultre, but no reversos. Hey, there's those TV dial Glashuters. They're very cool. I like them a lot. Some French dude trying to get his wife to go look at some Glashute. Panerai City. Chopard. Zenith. Cartier. You probably can Venmo street musician. You're probably right. You probably can, Joe. My barber now wants me to Venmo him the money when I pay him. That's Breitling. The eye is gone. IWC, which we did a show on. There's some beautiful engineers, Portuguesers, and of course, fan favorite here, Longines. We love our Longines. We love the Longines. Of course, all the Rolex are out of the window, but they probably don't have anything anyway. And then here's Tudor. Here's all the Tudors. Not the poor man's Rolex, as I said on the show the other day. It's just was always a more affordable Rolex. That's all it was. And this is the St. Regis Hotel. In my humble opinion, the best hotel in New York City. That's where the King Cole room is. It's a mesmerizingly cool place. And I would go there for a drink, but I only will go there when I have company. So next time I have somebody, I put the feelers out for Easy, I did not hear back from him yet, but I would love to have a drink. Anybody who's in New York, we'll do a stream, get a couple of drinks, hang out live on iBashers. I don't know what mango is. I think one of you told me what it was last time I was here. I don't know what that is. Some kind of clothing store that's not famous here. Here's the world famous Trump Tower. Now that used to be a beautiful Art Deco department store called Best and Company. Look, kind of looks like a Rubik's Cube, right? Saint Laurent, Dolce & Gabbana. Harry Winston is going to be moving back to their classic location. They're in a temporary location right now. It's the classic. Prada with their brutalism style for their stores. I keep missing all the lights. I'll pick up the pace a little bit. Plus, to get through the park, to get you where you guys want to go, I need to have a little bit more pep in my step. Video still tops, guys. It's Tiffany & Company. They've ruined that store. It's a horror show. It looks like a video game inside. It looks like Ready Player One. Why they did that to that place, I will never understand. It was so majestic and so beautiful. So classic New York. Now this is the Louis Vuitton store. Now they're all gonna look like this eventually. This is just what they're doing. It's crazy, right? I thought it was like scaffolding. Chanel, Mikimoto, Bulgari right here. Van Cleef and Arpels, or correctly it's Van Cleef and Arpels, which no one should ever say because it's horrible. Van Cleef and Arpels. Arpels. It's a terrible thing. But when I found that out, it was so sad. Van Cleef and Arpels. They make my favorite fragrance for women. It's called First. And I think it is utterly elegant and beautiful. I adore it for women. It's just so elegant. It's a very classic. Jean Patou used to make Joy, but that's no longer a thing. And that was what my mom wore. And this is, of course, one of the most exclusive stores in the world. This is Bergdorf Goodman, and thank God it's still here. It's famous for being in the movie Arthur, Barbra Streisand's first TV special in the 1960s, where she ran wild through Bergdorf Goodman. Incredible. Now there's the Apple Store, which is under complete scaffolding. This used to be the GM building. I don't know what it's called now, but Montclair is in there, and Dior is on the other side. This is the men's store for Bergdorf Goodman. That's where Mr. North played their show on the third floor. Many moons to go. It's Bergdorf. It's a great store. Great store. I will go see if I can get a quick coffee and have a chocolate, and then we'll head over to the park and go straight over to the Bethesda Fountain, Belvedere Castle, and the Dakota, and then figure out what to do from there. I'd like to figure out. I can sit in this little plaza here and stream and have a coffee. I don't see any coffee here. There's a Cipriani right over there, but I think it's probably closed. Now this guy just came from Dior with a giant bag. Isn't she lucky? Boy. Yeah, this is the Cube. It's amazing. I guess they had to make the scaffolding high enough. Right? And there's Delvaux, but I don't know if they're open for a coffee. And I don't like New York street coffee. Not my thing. It's brown water. This is the Sherry Netherland Hotel. This is a combination of luxury hotel suites and residences. As a matter of fact, Diana Ross lives at the top of this building. I once bartended in each of the 4 eaves of this building are private residences. And I did a private bartending gig up there about 20 years ago. And it was enormous. And that was when I met Diana Ross and was told that she rides the elevator alone, and they made me get off. She lives at the Sherry Netherland. This is Delvaux. And this is Harry Cipriani's right here. And the famous Sherry Netherland clock. We're all obsessed with timepieces. Very cool. Sherry Netherland Hotel. A classic. And then right after it is the Pierre, which kind of isn't on very many people's radar anymore, which is sad, because it's one of the grand dames of New York City, because the plaza's right across the street. And I didn't even show you that, because God knows you've seen it. Hey, is that true? Who said that? Joe. Joe, so Neiman Marcus spun off Bergdorf Goodman, or does Neiman Marcus own Saks? Is that what happened? Because I remember, because I was a long time card holder for Bergdorf, and once Neiman Marcus came in there, they ruined it, and I was finished. Needless markup, yeah. Okay, so they swallowed the whole thing up, okay. You know what? I'm going to get a coffee in the park, because I know that there's a place to get one. So let's do that. How fun is that? Okay, kids, you ready? I'm going to take you into Central Park. There's the plaza. Why not? I got to show it to you, right? I'll get you a better view. It is beautiful. It's mostly residences now. Because, you know, everybody's got all that money. Everybody's rich now. Apparently. The plaza. I mean, it's at night. It's a spectacle. It's beautiful, and that's that very tall needle thing is the former Steinway building, which is still there, but they built on top of it because they bought the air rights. Sound is perfect, but the visual is patchy. Tez Farrell. Great stories, by the way. Thanks, buddy. Oh my God, did it get bad? It was so good for so long. We had spectacular picture. Did it get really shit? Okay. I don't know why. And then I've got a phone in the middle of the city on the gimbal. I checked all the 5G plus spots, and it was surprisingly good. So far, we're an hour and 13 minutes into the stream. I think is that the first glitch we've had? Guys, give me periodic updates if you can. Because if I go into the park and it gets spotty, then I'll go elsewhere. Because I want to bring you the best content. I don't want you to have bad content. Getting pixely. Hey, Donald. Okay, let's see what happens once I get in here. And if it gets terrible, then I'll move back. Wow, isn't that funny? Oh, you're back, baby. Okay, great. Who knows why that was? Got some Teuscher. That is a rookie move that I've got. It's mirrored. Why is it mirrored? I never have that turned on, never. Because I hate that when you see everything, and it says, words backwards. Not a big fan. Hello, puppy baby. There's a million, we were talking about hot dogs on the show. I'll go show you guys, because you wanted to know all about what New Yorkers put on their hot dogs. I don't eat hot dogs. I'm a vegetarian, but But I'm a cool vegetarian. You go have your bratwurst, I don't care. So they have, well, this is a halal thing, I think. Yeah, this is halal. Hot dogs with mustard, mustard, mustard. So you won't see ketchup. New Yorkers do not put ketchup on their hot dogs. I hope we get to see a bunch of New York kooks. How beautiful is this? If my signal's still good, I'll be getting some great shots. That is very pretty, the way the sun is starting to duck behind Billionaire's Row, which is what that has been called. Billionaire's Row. Because that's where all the billionaires live. Truth of the matter is that most of those buildings are empty. It's not that people didn't buy them. No one lives there. They're investments, and nobody wants to rent them. Which is crazy, right? Now, this is not the main Central Park Esplanade, but there is concessions down here by the little lake where everybody does their toy boats. And it's a perfect place for me to grab a coffee or a drink or something. Set the camera down and talk to y'all. Oh, the sun is beautiful. Oh my God. It is so pretty. I mean, this is just like the sun is crazy right now. It's just amazing. That's Billionaire's Row. It's really nuts, right? You know, it's really amazing to see people active and out, and nobody's wearing hats and coats, and people are attractive again. Does it make you uni? I mean, just to see, pretty girls in a pretty sundress or guys in, sportswear. It's nice to see in the city because this was a long, murky winter and it was not fun. Here's the zoo coming up here. I'm going to want to hang a left. It's really pretty in here. I wish I had a little bit more gas in the tank for speed because I would have got to the Bethesda Fountain before the sun went down, because it is pretty, man. This is the famous Central Park Zoo. I do think that hot dogs and hamburgers and those things smell good. I don't think that they don't. I remember eating them a million years ago. I mean, I eat veggie dogs and veggie hot dogs, but, when I smell that, I think it smells good. I'm not lying. I'm not going to lie about it. The Dancing Crane Cafe. Now, is that open or closed? Because if it's open, I'm going to park the car right there. It looks closed. Till, let's see, yeah, now it's closed. Shoot. I know that the other one's open later. There's the entrance to the Central Park Zoo. I'm not a big fan of zoos. I know that a lot of zoos do some great work, but a lot of them do not. That's my only problem. I would think that the New York City Zoo does a good job, or at least I would hope that they do, conservationally. Some kind of a wedding going on. I mean, I hear some music going on, but I think it's far enough away that I won't get in trouble. Now I'm getting deeper into the park, so you guys let me know if at some point it gets super pixely. Are you traveling to Venice on your holidays, Mr. Dirk? I am, well, holidays. I don't know what that even means anymore. But, I mean, I hope to be in Venice at some point this year. You know, I have a friend who lives there. You know, the plan is this summer for us to, the end of the summer for us to go do our scout out for our future home. Not in Venice, but maybe. You never know. I'm going to go through this underpass, so let's see what happens.
That would be kind of cool.
Plus, I need to take a little bit of a breather. I think I just walked about 4 miles. Probably, at least. Covered a lot of ground. This is the children's zoo. It's very beautiful artwork here. Beautiful sculptures. Beautifully done. Ooh, 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 ooh. Isn't it crazy that this is right here in the middle of Manhattan? And this was the very, very end of a glacier. You'll see all these gigantic rocks. It's where it stopped, apparently. A lot of pretty dogs. No cats in the park, but I'm sure there's probably a couple of strays here, there, and everywhere. Oh, look at you, beautiful boy. It's like a St. Bernard, maybe. I don't know, I am whispering. Like I'm in a library. Yeah, this is all remnants of the Great Glacier. Incredible. Are you all getting that? Is footage still good? Stabilizing pretty nicely. Look at that. It's pretty amazing. Here's the east side, which is, you know, has always been historically the money side of the park. However, the real art is on the west side, where all the Grand Dames are. Yeah, the El Dorado and the Dakota and all those amazing buildings. And I will get you there. Trying to get to the boat, which I believe is this way. Is it on that side? It is. You have to go up. Now in bed and being walked around New York City by delicious Turk. Oh, how you doing? Pussy galore, I must be dreaming. What are you wearing, Ray Ray? That's where we gotta go.
Nadia.
Now this is, of course, the main area. I'm not gonna walk across the grass and be a cretin. Little cretin, as they say. Boy. What are you guys saying? It's the fried onions. Yeah, they smell great. Okay, good. I saw everything. Okay. You're wearing a smile. You know what the best line ever is? They asked Marilyn Monroe what she wore to bed, and she said Chanel number 5. Pretty great. I had my air conditioning on last night. It was too hot. Battery check. Hold on. All good. The rickshaw drivers, they'll kill you. They'll kill you in New York.
Oh my God.
Everybody getting fit for summer. I got my toolkits out for my bikes. My next course of action, now here's the main drag. Here's the Bard. Hi, Robbinsburg. Always wanted to walk through Central Park with a friend. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so glad I can oblige, and you're our friend, so. Look at this. Erected by the citizens of New York, April 23rd, 1864, I apologize. The 300th anniversary of the birth of Shakespeare. Now go around front so you can see him. It's quite beautiful here. It really is. I mean, you know, I bitch and I moan and I scream and I yell and, I mean, it's incredible. And this is it. This is where we're headed. This is the drag, the main drag. Hopefully the signal will be great all the way through here if they're smart, because this is in every movie you've ever seen of Central Park where there are lovers or lost loves, or it's all this is it. I'll get you a center shot. Hey Nelius, New York was named after York, UK. It sure was, and the Duke of York. However, I was born in New York. Were you? Hey. Yeah, I mean, it used to be called New Amsterdam. You know, after we stole it from the indigenous folks. Manhattan. Bought for $22 in beads. Or the equivalent of, well, that was what it was in the 70s. Now it's probably $75. Uh-oh, hold on a second. I don't want to get demonetized for that. YouTube's hard enough. That song, damn, 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 damn. If you're going to get demonetized, you want to get demonetized for, you know, a classic. Like, look at all the lonely people. Dun, 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 dun. Look at that. So pretty. We're going to be coming up to the Bethesda Fountain and the New York City band shell, where lots of artists on the way up or on the way down or nostalgic acts often play. That's very cool. New York, Tyneside, England, named after New York, USA. I did not know that. How cool is that? Thank you for letting me know about that. Sorry about dropping that. Just reaching for my glasses. I had to switch arms. My arm's getting stiff. So this park, Central Park, it is from 59th Street to, I believe, 110th Street. It's between Central Park West and 5th Avenue. It opened kind of in 1858 and fully in the 1870s. It was designed by Olmsted and Voigt, and was the first landscape public park in the United States of America. And it was intended as a democratic urban oasis for all people, all influences, all that stuff. And it's beautiful. I'll be heading over to the Bethesda Fountain, which is one of my favorite places to go in the whole wide world. And I believe that that was designed by Voix as well. But I think it was mold. Beautiful stuff. And then we'll get over to the, after we do the Bethesda Fountain thing, we'll go, I'm gonna grab a coffee. Ow. Sorry, my arm's just getting, I am a left-handed person, but for some crazy reason, I tend to carry the gimbal with my right hand. Don't know why that is, but I do. And there's the band shell coming up. There's a dog without a leash. That's a $150 city fine. Oh, there's coffee. Let's see what he's got for me. If he's got the kind of coffee I want. I see a cup of coffee there. Beautiful Arabic music. I'm not going to get tapped for that, that's for sure. See coffee there. Wow. Oh no. Not the kind of coffee I want. I don't want a big hot cup of Joe. I'll tell you, we're almost at the precipice of the Bethesda Fountain. Guys, again, if there's somewhere you want me to go, or if you don't mind just me taking you on my self-appointed tour, I'm fine with it too. But oh, the bicycle thing, I didn't finish that. I'm looking to get a clip from my handlebars to put my gimbal on so I could take you guys on a couple of bike rides. It just requires a heavy-duty stabilization for the camera, which is a totally different thing than this gimbal. But I think that'd be fun. I could take you on some trails. Because I used to be a heavy-duty cyclist, and I've just been very lazy and fat. This is the entrance to the Bethesda Fountain, which is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, sorry about that. Gimbal got stupid. Yeah, it's still green though. Yes, I'll give you a panorama here. You know, there's a road that goes right over the grand foyer of the Bethesda Fountain. I guess we should have traffic lights. And people on their phones are such zombies. I'm running a show, I'm on a gimbal, and I'm still not running into people. Anyway, the Bethesda Fountain. This is almost slam dunk in the middle of the park. It was built in 1869. Picture is blurry. Oh, sorry, Carlos. Yeah, it's probably where I am. Give me a minute to get out of there. Hopefully, by the time I get over to the fountain, it'll be better. It was designed by Voix as a Victorian, like homage. It was later used as a weather station and a visitor center because it blends Gothic and Romanesque structures. I would love a Chocolato. Oh my God. Oh my God, what I would do, my kingdom for a Chocolato. But I went with Carolyn Martin, but it is so beautiful in here. And the ceiling in here is gorgeous. I'm not saying what you're saying, because it's kind of a gigantic park. Coming out to the Bethesda Fountain. Okay, I'm out. Let me know. Did it get better when I got to the fountain? Because I'm kind of in the wide open spaces. Wide open spaces. Here's a guy streaming.
Wait, can we go through? We're gonna recreate the photo.
Yeah, that's very cool. Better, good. Okay. Good. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen because you know what that is? That beautiful arched, vaulted place. The entrance to the Bethesda is under a road. So unless they put a thing in there, you know, some kind of. Oh, good. Thanks for everything. Yeah, listen, there's no way it's going to be perfect throughout. It's just not possible, I guess. So, what I'll do is I'll go. I didn't get a coffee, but I got to sit down for a minute, make sure everything's good. I'm going to go plop it down over here. And I've got a beautiful spot. Can sit and have a coffee later. Put this down. Is it going to be too low for that? Let's see. Yeah, it is NYC. Vino Dirk, nice and chilled. I would love that. It's definitely a possibility. I'm gonna try one of these. I'm not a grand right, but Teuscher. Hello, Dirk. Looks like a beautiful evening. Hey, Peter Campbell. Great to see you. You're not up in Coscob with Trudy? Isn't this the place you fed the turtles before? It is. Cheers, guys. Uh-oh. Wow. I said I don't like orange with chocolate. Grand Marnier is orange, but it's pretty amazing. Tavern on the Green, yeah. Could totally do that. This is probably a good time to juice up. So what I have to do during the juice up, I gotta switch to this. I know it sucks. I have to plug my phone in. So here goes this sound. Just enjoy it. I'll show you the park while I set this up for you guys. I don't know if you guys can still hear me because I'm using a different kind of audio. Oh, good. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't have to do anything. No, video's gone because I just wanted to check the battery life. Video's back, right? It should be fine. I just, unfortunately, these batteries don't last as long as I'd like them to. And I've been out here for an hour and a half now. So just got to grab my battery pack and plug this guy in. Yeah, it's a Mr. Wonderful watch strap. It's my weekender, my beautiful LEC watch that she sent me, Snoopy. I love it. I wear it all the time. It's one of my absolute favorites, and everybody loves it. Nobody ever comments on the Rolex. First thing they is like, "Oh my god, where'd you get that Snoopy watch?" Like, I know. Isn't it great?
It's funny, I have a bag. I'm eating little white chocolate at midnight watching you scoff your fancy. I didn't scoff it. I had one. I'm going to save the rest of them for later. There's my battery. Just want to charge this up so it's at a decent spot so we're not kicking and screaming later. You know, but I will have a champagne truffle while we're at it. The DJI mics, the battery lasts like 3 days on those things. This is a Teuscher dark chocolate champagne truffle. Listen, I never buy this. It's an extravagance, but it's here's an unboxing. Champagne truffles du Teuscher. Some French people right there. How cute is that? When kids speak French, it's adorable. Du unboxing du Teuscher. This was $30. You're right. They'll probably think it's a fossil or something, right? For sure. These are the dark chocolate champagne truffles. Just one. They're crazy. They're made with Jean Perignon. I don't think they're buying bottles of Jean Perignon and cracking them open. I think what they have is, I think that they have a deal with them. No, I prefer dark chocolate always. But I have to say that I think that yeah, it's true, Robinson. I think that the fact of the matter is that the milk chocolate champagne truffles might be better than these. These almost have a slight like liquor vibe to them. They're quite good. And they're not as sweet, obviously. I don't know why that is. I'm retying the bow because I'm weird like that. But now I really want that coffee shit. It sucks. Now I really want it. Voila. Voila. I can take a look, see what everybody's saying. Talk to me, guys. Give me a shout out. Let me know you're there. It's 42. We had 70 some odd people in the room. It's okay. I'm happy to be here. Take a look at them. And the sound is still pretty good. It's not as good as it was before, though, obviously. But wish you could pinch this. Yes, a gorgeous glass of white wine, which I would love to go get, which I can easily do. Donald Gehring, next time in New York City, I hope I can meet up. You can 100 billion%, Donald. I would love, love, love it. Are you in New York often enough? It would be my absolute honor. Look at all the fun stuff. It looks like a painting. Is the signal perfect or is it okay? Because I'm going to start moving. I had my chocolate. I have the battery plugged in. My daughter lives in Brooklyn, so a few times a year. Well, that's great. Those people don't know how to row boat. No, nobody does. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. I should just get like a. Oh yeah, you're right, man. Look at them. But like, listen, you could take these boats out. I mean, you know what might be fun one day since the signal here is perfect on the lake. Maybe getting a couple of batches together and a couple of bottles of wine and doing a live stream on a boat. I would do it. I would totally do it. It's time I get a move on. Move on. You got to move it. Whoa, whoa. You got to move it. Whoa, whoa. You got to move my guitar. Bring sunscreen. You know what's really crazy? Bashers of mine. So look, the Mexico thing, right? I was out in the sun every day. Wasn't I didn't get any color at all. That was a month ago. I was in Mexico. No color. I look like a ghost. You know, I look like a ghost in a PFD. I don't know what a PFD is. What's a PFD, Peter Campbell? PFD. So now we're dead center. There's Billionaires Row. That's the apartment building that leaks personal flotation devices. um, Oddly enough, I'm a pretty good swimmer. And I'm not a big ocean dweller, but I did go in the ocean. And it was, well, the Caribbean Sea, I should say, because down there in Cancun, it's, I thought we were in the Gulf of Mexico, because in the upper side, I'm in, provided there's no icebergs. Hey, Chris, just talking about you earlier. When I told Paul I was going out, he goes, "Who's that really nice guy that jumped the stream?" I was like, "Oh, that's Chris, Upper East Side." Super fun. There's the San Remo lurking in the background. We're heading in that direction. And then there is going to be a spot here where it gets a little bit ugly, signal wise. There's the boathouse. I avoid the sun. I burn so easily. My mother used to say it's because I have princess skin. Well, I'm sure it is. Man, I had sun poisoning a lot of times. I don't know what happened to me. When I was young, I was like porcelain and pasty, and then I just became like a truck driver. I don't know where that happened. I used to be Sebastian Bach, and now I'm Sam Elliott. I don't know. Oh, it smells incredible here. Oh my God. What are these? The fragrance is just unbelievable. Wow. Tess Farrell says, windburn. So my sister was on this O'Malley hunt because, we're on Ancestry and all that stuff. Listen, my kin have not been in America very long. All four of my grandparents are from Ireland. Um, but so she found somebody named O'Malley in our DNA history. She's like, "Oh my God, and her name's Neve, Machine's sister." I was like, "It's not her." I was just talking to her. It's not her anyway. She said it wasn't her. It turns out that this girl, because there, of course, the O'Malleys are from Mayo, Westport, I think. Girl was from a town right outside of Westport. But it's funny. She's an O'Malley, and she had Brady's in her line, which her DNA showed up as like a fourth cousin. So if we are indeed some way related to the O'Malley's. It's probably like 12th cousins. Or as Neve said to me, she goes, well, we're all related in some way. That's why our eyes are all so close together. Now, this bridge, of course, you guys know, there can be only one. There's nothing better than hearing Catalan. So amazing. Gracias. Hey, RP 1960. I do tan though. So I mean, I guess, listen, in my DNA, other than the 0.1% Levantine it says is in my bloodstream, the rest of it's all Irish. This is where I lost the signal the last time we were here. So bear with me. Yeah, she was a dangerous lady. She's an Akilia. She was a pirate queen, murderess, spitting out babies and chopping off heads. So bear with me, my beautiful ones, because this is where it gets dicey. It's where it gets dicey. And it won't last too long because I have to cut through the west side of the park. This is called the Rambles. Now, here's a really interesting piece of history. This was a very, very famous spot in the 60s and the 70s. And it's where gay men used to hook up in the Rambles in the woods. I guess it's like the UK's version of dogging, but for gay dudes. And it was in the movie Cruising and lots of stuff. But this is called the Rambles. Everybody knows about it. And there's a gazebo up there. That's the gazebo. I'll take you over here because it looks pretty. And I don't know if the signal's total shit yet, but I know when I get to the bottom of this, it gets a little dicey. But it's pretty. Hey, RP 1960. Count me in. The Ramblers. This is very pretty over here. It's pretty puppy. Hello, beautiful baby. It's beautiful. Have a ball in your mouth. Oh, look at the crane. Mm. I know. I just want to linger on this shot because it's so pretty. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, it's right in the middle of Manhattan. That's the San Remo, those two towers. Bono's apartment's right at the very tippity top. But I've told this story before, but I think it's worth retelling. So at the bottom of those towers, on the right tower, the big windows above the terrace there, if you can see them. That's the famous Stroke Me, Billy Squire, very famous singer. Many many big hits. He, everybody had a fireplace in this building. And then Bono bought the top 4 floors of the left tower and started complaining about the fireplaces down at the bottom of the towers, making his windows dirty. And uh, what happened was everybody started saying, you can't, tough shit, you just got here. And go take all your pop star money and go F off. Well, he won in the end, and they had to seal up every single fireplace in that building. Uh, Andrew Wolkowicz, thank you so much. Canadian $2. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for helping out on the stream. It takes a lot to get here, get the streams going, all that stuff. Thank you very much for the support. Appreciate it. Oh, and I was born a rambling man, trying to make a living and doing the best I can. When it comes to pleasing, I hope you understand. Look at this crane. I can't, I don't know if you can see him because I can't zoom in. I can zoom in. Oh my God, check this dude out. He's so cool. He's just hanging out on a branch in the water. It probably is a cormorant. Yeah, probably is. Oh, thank you, Des. 10 euros. Thanks for the support, man. Thanks for keeping the lights on at the Eye Bashers. So much appreciated. We'll keep the content coming. I'm so happy that AT&T got their act together. And that's the El Dorado over there. The cormorants are beautiful. They're beautiful birds. I mean, this guy's got a lot of personality. Half a glass of wine. Nah, I don't. Let me get you one here. Very cool. I love this guy. Here comes some swans, not swans, geese. Oh, thank you, Danny Gutierrez. Let's meet up. Dude, you know my number, basherdirk@gmail.com. That's basherdirk@gmail.com. Anybody wants to come and do the Basher hang with me, it's going to happen. Now, I think these guys are like leaving each other alone and they're being super cool. Now, who'd win in that fight? The Canadian geese or the cormorant? He's beautiful, man. Look at he's so majestic and elegant and gorgeous. Jesus. And these guys, they're fresh. You guys are fresh. We see you all the time. Not that I don't like yous. And I don't have anything to give you. Oh, look at this guy. He's beautiful. All right, I'm going to pull this. I love that I can zoom in here with my fingers. Look at that. With me fingers. Hello. Hello, you guys. They're like posing because they know. I don't have any bread on me. If I did, I would certainly give it to you. I don't have anything, but you're cool, though. Canadian cobra chicken. Canadians, yeah. They're gigantic when they come out of the water. Hey, they don't give a fuck. This is like he's right on top of me, this guy. He does not care. He knows that we're suckers. I just don't. I'm not going to give you chocolate. I'm not going to give you a $16 French truffle, but I don't have any bread on me. They're right there. You have any bread? That's what they want. Yeah. They paid the tariff. I'm gonna put tariffs on all the Canadian geese when they migrate. They're nasty, nasty geese. That's true, I know, but what do you give to the geese? What's the proper thing to I bought the stuff to feed the turtles the last time. I sell turtle food. Now this guy's is where it gets a little sketchy signal wise, so just bear with me and I'll be happy to make it worth your while taking you to Robbinsburg if you're still there. I hope you are. I am gonna go to the Dakota and all the big grand dames. Promise. This is just where the signal gets a little crap. Oh, great. I mean, if it were the 70s and I was wearing leather, I'd be in. Hey, Valve, thank you, 789. Canadian Goose are the thugs of, of goose stuff, are they? Oh, I know. NDM, small fluffy dogs. Yeah, I love them all. I like a big dog, though. Like 'em all. See, like, did you guys hear the guy in the truffle store who was a total douche? Um, he goes, if these are $2 each, how could it possibly be $48? And I was thinking to myself, Nothing in this store costs $2. I think that they're $6 to $8 a truffle. They're expensive. It's Swiss, crazy. The probably one of, if not the best chocolatier in the world. I know a lot of people prefer Les Maisons du Chocolat. This is where the signal got me last time. But I'm cutting over to the west side. So bear with me. It's where it gets sketchy. And if anybody wants to give me anybody want to play monitor and give me a progress report so I know when it's getting dodgy, and I'll just hit the gas. I mean, it's a beautiful place to run, huh? It's another view for you. Abilene Brooks, ARP 1960, such a beautiful park. Have you been here? I know you're such a big traveler. Been here? I would love to take everybody through the park. This guy was here in the 70s. That's Chris. Hi. I'm so bad. Hey, there's some cool squares. Oh, look at this baby. What a puppy. Anybody see the movie Cruising? It's William Friedkin, Al Pacino. It's dark, real dark. And it's before AIDS, so people are crazy. This is where follow the yellow brick road. As corridor of Oz, they say, I thoroughly examined her. She is not just merely dead, she's really most sincerely dead. Long and winding road. There's a lot of hills in here. It's the way for me to go. Because I need to get over there. Anybody from Kerry on the show? What's up with Pierce Brosnan's Kerry accent? It's weird, right? Sorry, I'm just walking up a gigantic incline. Getting my steps in for sure today, baby. Oh, signal still okay? Because I'm in the middle of the forest. If I were king of the forest. Wow, not bad, lovely. Thank you, buddy. Thanks everybody for the super chats. Oh, thank you so much. Really makes the show, powers the show, powered by you. Plus, I love getting out and coming up with something new and fresh for you guys. You got to come here during the summer, though, baby, because you know what? It's so pretty. Springtime, especially. Springtime for bashers in harmony. Da, 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 da. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. I'm making some headway. I should go the other way, right? I do not know the inside out of this park. I know a lot of it, but thankfully, I'm too young to know the rambles very well. Thankfully. Thankfully, I missed that boat. Look at it. She beat me. Her and the cute dog, they beat me. And I feel like I cut through. Yeah, the producers. Pretty. Huh? How pretty is that? There's the San Remo right there. Lurking low and ominous. Hey, Nelius, $10. Thanks so much. Really enjoy these walkabouts. Thank you, pal. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. 10 pounds. That's like $100. That's amazing. Now we're cooking. Oh, hello, squirrel. And you got a nut. Oh, it's got an acorn. Paul speaks to the squirrels. You were born in the same hospital as Pierce, who will never criticize you. No, I know. I would never criticize him. I love him. It's not even close to my favorite Bond, but who cares? Um, I mean, he's a Navan man. I don't know if where was he born in? Wasn't born in Navan, though. I just grew up there. Let's hear one of these guys play the theme from Schindler's List, which is one of the most beautiful pieces of music ever. Written by John Williams, played beyond emotional destruction by Itzhak Perlman. Just destructive. Oh, his father was from Kerry. I didn't know that. His accent is very odd. I don't know enough folks from Kerry, so there's that. My family are all from Enniscrone and Palace Green in Limerick and Mill Street in Park, Eastkey. That's my gang. And some Dubliners. Couple. But nobody's originally from Dublin. I'm not going to get banged for this music because it's like, what the hell is it? It's just. I think that's his music. And it's absolute gibberish. Yeah. You're going very fast, bicyclist. Only met his father much later when shooting. Is that right? Oh no, deadbeat Irish dad. Jesus. Okay, kids, as promised, we started at 42nd Street. It's probably a good, I don't know, we probably did a good 6 mile walk, huh? I want to grab my bike and take you to Central Park and the roads. But you can't ride on the grass. You will get a ticket. This is Strawberry Fields down here. I mean, he just lived in this, he lived in New York. It has no real significance to John Lennon. He used to love the park, though. He did. He loved it with his witch. I have no problem throwing shade at Yoko Ono because, as Paul McCartney would say to Linda, "Shut up, Yoko." Mother moved to London, right? I knew that. I knew that he kind of grew up a little bit in London, which is crazy. I didn't know that. I guess that's why he felt like he could play Bond with authority, because he lived in London. He grew up in London. Yeah, I get it. I mean, listen, I feel extremely Irish and I identify as an Irish person, but having not been a person that was born on Irish soil, there's that. I'm a New Yorker. But, however, you know, the diaspora is huge. There are some Irish folks who live in New York and live in America that, are 8 generations back, 6 generations, 5 generations back. Charles Dance should have succeeded. That would have been great. Charles Dance would have been great. Love Charles Dance. Here is the Museum of Natural History, where I will be on Saturday, escorting a very special person visiting these United States. Be spending a bit of time here. It's really lovely up here. We're on 77th Street. So we're going to go past all the Grand Dames. I'm going to take you past them all. You ready, Robbins Bird? Are you ready? Yoko, who has seen? Seen the wins yet? Well, she's gone now. I mean, she's moved out of the Dakota. Apparently, she's living on an island somewhere. I'm not sure where. But they said her location is. I mean, I'm a big Julian fan. Sean is great. I love Sean too, but I'm a big fan of Julian's music, and him and his brother are very, very, very close. However, she's put a wrench in it. She's done her best to, manipulate things and stuff. And that's a shame. You know, Transparency. History of Tiffany lamps. New York Historical Society. Of course, we all love John Lennon. I mean, the Beatles, there's the Beatles and there's everybody else. Listen, I know there's a lot of people out there that have, everybody's favorite band is what it is. Taste is one thing. But without the Beatles, without John Lennon, without Paul McCartney, without George Harrison, without Ringo Starr, it would be a completely different. I mean, that movie yesterday, I thought it was as charming as F. I really did. Here's the subway. Here you go, New York City subway, kids. How you doing? How you doing? New York, a hell of a town. The Bronx is up and the battery's down. The people riding a hole in the ground. New York, New York. Get to the subway. I'm going to be there all day. Sorry. Now, Paul's dad was an emeritus for the museum. So we have status there. So when she said she wanted to go to the museum, I said, let me make a couple of phone calls. I'm going to take them to a New York City diner. I just haven't picked which one yet because the ones in the city are fleeting. I read that Sean now lives. Yeah, Sean lives in the Dakota now. That's true. And you're going to get to see it in its glory. Amazing place. Let me check my battery, see if it's much, much better now. I'll switch back. 1 minute, please. This is going to be enough. Give me a second to purchase this precariously. You know, I gotta get a bench because I want to put the other audio back on. Unless this audio is fine. If it's fine, I'll leave it. If it's not, you want the better audio, I'm happy to do that. But I do have it. It'll be a shame to not use it. Home of the squid and the whale. Hello, little puppy. Wow, the white Monroe dress. I know that would have been perfect, right? Okay, here we go. Hold on. I'm popping this out.
Okay. Now I can get rid of the stupid AirPods. Now, guys, I just switched over to the better stuff. I got my phone charged up. Audio check, please. Anyone? As we go look at the beautiful Upper West Side homes. Just need a thumbs up on it. That church looks like the UCD church on St. Stephen's Green. Oh, it does kind of look like that, right? Yeah, kind of does. Yeah, that's the Universalist Society. It's amazing, right? Put these away. Just put my air. There's a lot of gear. There's an awful lot of gear. Okay, now we're back. See, now I'm powered by my DJI mic. Courtesy of all you guys. Last summer, when you guys wanted me to do better streams. Powered by the iBashers. Okay, now we're walking down Central Park West. And Central Park West is super duper, crazy ass swanky. Some of the most unbelievable courtyard buildings in the world. They're coming to take you away, haha, they're coming to take you away. The little green men in their little green suits, little white suits are coming to take you away, haha. I remember that song when I was a kid. Now this, my friends, is the San Remo. This, can I pull out? Yeah. This is where so many famous people have lived throughout the years. It is not a courtyard building, though. Now, the courtyard buildings are very famous in New York City for a couple of different reasons. They have these big gates in the front of them. And inside the big gates is a big courtyard where people congregate and do all kinds of cool stuff. The San Remo is not that. It is not. Sorry about that. San Remo is famous because it's an Emery Roth building. Emery Roth was one of the most famous and sought after architects in the world. I'm going to get a better view of it. So you guys can have an idea of what this place looks like. It's amazing. There's 3 in a row, by the way. 3 monster New York City crazy apartments. Here you go. This is the San Remo. I mean, this is mega money, but like if you bought one of these in the 70s, you probably got it for $65,000. You know, and then you'd have an apartment worth $30 million. But they literally cost that back then. Like I said, this is an Emery Roth building. It was built in 1929, 1930. And the celebrities have always lived here. And, you know, people like Mia Farrow and Woody Allen and Bruce and Demi, they lived in the San Remo, you know. And then there's the Beresford, which is coming up next. It's 1929, it's Beaux Arts. Kind of a Beaux Arts Renaissance blend. I'm not quite sure who was the architect of this, but it looks like Roth. I think they all could have been Roth. It's amazing, though. Once again, this is not a courtyard building. And it doesn't have any towerage. Very pretty. The temperature is like beyond perfect right now. Couldn't be better. Yeah, this is the Langham. Let's take a look at this from here. You guys work at the Langham? Huh? Huh? What year was the Langham? I have all the info on everything but. What year was it built? Oh. 1908. That would make it considerably older than everybody else, except for the Dakota. That was 1879. Came after. Very cool. Amazing. And that's the San Remo where all the celebrities live. You know, not as famous as the Dakota, but not a courtyard, and the Dakota is a courtyard building. Oh, is there an acting studio? The Langham is probably the least famous of these buildings. I mean, it's a swanky-ass building for sure. For sure. Beautiful, right? That entryway's, you know, nowadays it would be an amazing hotel, you know? I'm not quite sure who the architect is behind the Langham, but I know who everybody else's is. And that, my friends, is the Dakota. You still there, Robbinsbird? Here it is. All you need is love. Now this is a mixture of Gothic revival, Richardsonian, lots of different architectural styles to create this. Now there's an old fable that when this building was built in the late 1870s, that it was the only building up here, and people used to say it was so far away it was in the Dakotas. Yes, it is indeed. And I'll show you exactly where it happened. I'll never forget the night John Lennon died. I was in bed. My father goes, they killed one of the Beatles. And I said, what? Who? And he goes, I don't know, one of them. My parents were not music people. I come from the most unmusical family in the world. My grandmother played the violin, and somebody played an accordion. But then again, all Irish people do. But my father was like, I'm not sure. And then I asked my sister Pat, like a couple of days later, because she was already gone out of the house. And yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was thinking to myself, this is how cynical I was back then. I was like, oh, you know, they shot John Lennon and he's not going to die. And then they're going to get the Beatles back together again. And of course, he made sure he was dead, which is terrible. Just absolutely terrible. This is the Majestic. Very Art Deco building. Doesn't have half of the, you know. Hey, Des. Yeah, John was really kind to him. So, guys, Robin's Bird, are you here? Are you here? I'm about to walk right up to the Dakota and take some serious shots of it. Now, this, my friends, is an apartment I was in when I was 16. That was Leonard Bernstein's apartment. And, you know, so many people. Lauren Bacall lived here until she died. It's an absolutely spectacular building. Look at these beautiful. Now, anybody who knows Rosemary's Baby, I'll recreate the scene for you right now. Dubrovnik, I've been there. You name about any place in the world, I've been there. What happened here? Oh, God. That's where the girl fell out the window. And Rosemary and Guy were coming back from like the theater. So this is exactly where it happens. I don't want to be maudlin. These beautiful gas lights. And this is the beautiful, this is a courtyard building, meaning it's got this big thing, and then there's a courtyard in the back, vaulted ceilings, gas lights everywhere. This is the Dakota, one of the most magnificent buildings in the world. I mean, and in 1960, if you watch Rosemary's Baby, which was not technically, it was filmed, the outdoor scenes were filmed here, of course, but the interiors were not. The interiors were shot on a soundstage in Astoria, Queens. But when the Woodhouses look at this apartment, it's $460 a month for that gigantic apartment, you know? Incredible. It's beautiful. One of the most beautiful buildings in all of New York City. Incredible. A landmark on beyond landmarks. You can see here, you've got like Zeus and Ulysses, and you have dragons. Beautiful stuff, huh? Incredible. Beautiful stuff. People walk past it every day. And, you know, other than the Lennon connection, it's got lots of other things. Has everybody on the show seen Rosemary's Baby? If you haven't, you need to see it right away. Because it's a great. Oisin didn't like it. I don't know why. But it's oh, the video's good, I'm glad. I'll go across the street, so you guys get a better vista. This guy's gonna go so slow. You guys get a better view of this magnificent building. And then I'll walk down the west side of New York. Here you go, Robin's Bird. This is just for you, my darling. Yeah, this whole side is all Poseidon. That entire side. There's Zeus over there and Poseidon on the other side. Very smart. You saw, did I point it at it? And that's when they might have started. Beautiful. I mean, these apartments are just, it's a mesmerizing place. I'm glad you mentioned it, because I've been here before, but I'm so happy that you got to see it. You deserve it. Now that up there is probably, you know, like some crazy triplex. Now, these apartments have been cut up into a lot of different pieces. Now, this is Yoko Ono and John Lennon's places, the entire 7th floor. Now, what she did was they got in there and then they started buying up all the apartments as they came up for sale after it went condo. They started out as renters, and they're one of the first people when it went co-op to buy, and they wound up where it went condo, and then they bought the entire, and then they had to actually change the bylaws and not allow her to buy any more buildings. There was a limit on how many buildings, how many units you could buy in the building. And she was furious and she sued them and she lost. But yeah. I could go down to Broadway and get a coffee and then I'll walk around. I would love to go get a coffee now. Just a libation of any kind, because I think I walked 7 or 8 miles. That's a walkabout to the ends of the earth, faces and places unheard. Gonna see Valhalla, gonna reach for the stars on this gonzo dirkabout. Look out! I couldn't use the theme song today. I wish I could have, but I streamed directly to. But hey, this might change everything. Now that AT&T's gotten their act together, I could use StreamYard probably. StreamYard. This is the ribbon. This looks corny. This looks faux. Faux York. I hate fake New York shit. How long did John live there? I believe he moved in there in 71. Don't quote me on that. One of the bashers will be able to Google it. I don't have Googling, abilities. I believe that they moved in there in 71. Because they lived in Tittenhurst Park in England, and then because John owned that, and then he sold it to Ringo, and Ringo lived there for a long time, and John went straight to New York. And John was very cool, man, and a total New Yorker. Total New Yorker. You ask anybody about John Lennon, and they'll say what a great New Yorker he was. He was out and about. People did not bother him other than the guy who murdered him. Nobody bothered John Lennon. They just let him do his thing. Like, look at this shitbox in the middle of magical architecture, And then you have this 1950s casement window, terrible. It's just, I know it's mid-century modern, but it's a very poor example of it. So, which is crazy. It could not be more beautiful out. The temperature is glorious. How many people we got here? Hey, great. Okay. He actually owned a place in, did he? Oh, that's right. I'd heard that. That's cool. Lily's. I don't know Lily's. I'm never up on the Upper West Side. I love it. It's so beautiful. This is where I studied voice. I studied on 72nd Street and Broadway at Marty Lawrence. It's funny. I just finished Sebastian Bach's book. That's why I've been mentioning him, because it was really terrific and really funny. And holy crap, he's a shitload funnier than I gave him credit for. And he was talking about how he used to study with Don Lawrence. Now, Don Lawrence is the son of my voice teacher, Marty Lawrence. When Marty got sick, I went to Don a couple of times, and I was already, because I'm a couple of years older than Sebastian Bach. He had a slightly different style that I wasn't crazy about, but he really did stretch my voice out quite a bit. I think I went to him about 6 times. And my nephew, who's a brilliant musician, guitar, piano, the one hole in his story is he wants to be a better singer. And, a lot of people could be better singers. It's a matter of, I've always said that singing is like 20% talent and 80% bravery. Because to actually sing in front of a microphone is it requires a bit of bravery. A lot of people just get that deer in the headlights thing. And I think he might have a little bit of that, because he's so good at guitar and piano and writing and all that stuff. But he went to Don, and it was funny because Don Lawrence is Lady Gaga's coach, and she pretty much has him locked up. And my sister, being my sister, calls his office, and he picks up the phone. And he's like, Don Lawrence. And she's like, may I speak to Don Lawrence? He goes, speaking. And she goes, oh, wow. Hi, Mr. Lawrence. My name is blah, 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 and my son is blah, blah, blah. He goes, I'm booked up forever. My schedule is sorry, blah, blah, blah. She goes, well, my brother studied with your father. And he goes, really? Who is it? She goes, Dirk Kennedy for him. And he goes, oh, so your legacy. He goes, tell him to be here Thursday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Click. So I was like, I could do something for you. To get in there was pretty cool. Lady Gaga rents him out and flies him all over. He tours with her. Amazing guy. And that was right down the block here. I should go there. Let's go to Broadway. You guys want to come to Broadway with me? There'll be coffee down there too. Or a drink. What do you guys want me to do? You guys want me to have a drink or you want me to have a coffee? It's up to you. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want.
What's up, YouTube?
What's up? There's some poodles. Hello, poodle babies. Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. Speak up, Bashers. Tell me what you want me to do. Man, I drink coffee at 3 o'clock in the morning, so I don't care. Water and white wine. Yeah, I would love a white wine. I would love a water. I'd really love a Diet Coke, but I'm trying my best. It's not easy. It's my drug. I don't know why, but and I'll be fucked when we get to Italy because they don't have it there. They have Coke Zero. Ugh, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Hello, poodles. Hello, baby. You're beautiful, baby. Yes, so we're coming down. Such a hodgepodge of architectural funness here, The pet market. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll go find a vino. I have one. I love one. Here's the pastrami queen. How you doing? Let me get a corned beef, pickle, and tongue on rye bread. Mustard on one side, mayo on the other. Now, when I was studying with Marty, which was right down the block here, and then over the other side of Broadway, my friend Peggy Donnelly moved into town. She was A&R for Atlantic Records. She never signed us, though I begged her to. She was more into glam boys, which I could have easily been had I been smart. If I was smart, I would have wore lipstick and eyeshadow and all that stuff, because I was pretty enough and skinny enough. But I just didn't want to do that. She only signed bands that the singers looked like girls. But she lived in this building right here on the corner where the Grace Papaya is. And that building, she had a monstrous apartment, and it was $183 a month. This is like 1989. I guarantee you that apartment is $20 million now. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Real estate makes no sense. Real estate makes no sense. And who has all that money anyway? I knew a smoker that said cigarettes were his mistress. Yeah, well, there's that too. I don't know what it is about Diet Coke. Now, here's another building that this is a courtyard building, and this was a very, very famous building for a movie called Single White Female. It's amazing. You guys should see this. It's outrageous. I'll take over this. Definitely coffee down that way. I'm going to take you to Lincoln Center, too. We're in the neighborhood. Why not? It's a Basherdirk through the ends of the earth. punch you in the eye.
What's that?
Diet Coke, without Diet Coke, I'm just a colossal asshole. Just an asshole. Listen, I've smoked a zillion cigarettes in my life, and I don't see the addictive property of them. They're fun to do when you're having a couple of drinks. But like people who wake up and do that, I never understood that. The only thing I've ever truly been addicted to in my life is caffeine. Never smoked pot. I never tried drugs. You know, take it or leave it. Diet Coke, without it, I'm just a douche. I'm a serious douche. And I've gone through jags where I didn't drink it. Yeah. This is one of the most magnificent buildings ever. Walk right through this park. Oh, this brings back so many memories. Yeah, I mean, we did all the big buildings, right? It would not be complete. I mean, it's just massive. Massive. Now, this is also famous for having a place. We were at the Rambles, right? Where everybody got AIDS. And another place that was closed down by the police in the early 80s, the Continental Baths. And this is where Bette Midler got her start. And Barry Manilow was her piano player. And it was in the basement. Just an absolute masterpiece of Beaux Arts porn. Just an incredible place. And it was derelict, like vaguely derelict. Vaguely, I mean, people didn't want anything to do with this place. And, you know, honestly, I don't even know where the main entrance to this thing is. I think it's on the side. Because it's certainly not on Broadway. I mean, it is crazy town beautiful. I mean, you saw a single white female with Bridget Fonda and one of the most brilliant actresses in the whole wide world, whose name I can't remember right now. 3 names. She's Vic Morrow's daughter. Dolores Claiborne. Yeah, look at this. Holy shit. Yeah, it's just magical. I think that this was built in 1903. I'm pretty damn sure. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. But there's a plaque. I mean, it's just Beaux Arts from hell, you know? It just has the address here. And that looks like a new plaque. The Ansonia. Okay, there's the lobby. I've never, ever been. Here you go. Built in 1904. Man, did I nail that. The Ansonia has always been a home for the arts in New York. Since its opening, it has chosen by many famous musicians as a place to live, work. Among them have been Caruso, Chalopin, and Scalini. Oh, wow. Stravinsky and Ziegfeld. Wow. Amazing. Presented by the Natural Music Council. How cool is that? Ansonia. Yeah, it's beautiful. I've never been in here. I like that dude lives there. Not crazy. He's probably got a rent-stabilized apartment. Had I been smart, I would have tried to get one of those apartments when I was a kid, you know? Oh, Robin's Bird, thank you very much. That's very sweet of you. Thanks for the PayPal. PayPal's really keep the lights on because YouTube doesn't take a chunk out of my budget. They just PayPal, you can just keep the money. And if you send it friends and family, just as a reminder to anybody that's sweet enough to send a PayPal, if you send it friends and family, there's no fee at all. Because it's emergency money, because, you know, I got caught with my pants down in Dubuque. Dolores Claiborne was the rebirth of Christopher Plummer. That's true. Jennifer Jason Lee, thank you. I'm so sorry I couldn't remember her name because I absolutely adore her and I think she's a genius. I mean, not only is she great in Dolores Claiborne, but did anybody see her in The Hateful Eight? Jesus Christ. She's amazing in that. Her and Walton Goggins pretty much stole the movie. Oh, it's the Kinks. I never met a woman before. Head to 72nd Street. I always think like getting addicted to things would suck because then you can't enjoy them when you want them. You know? Like if you want to have a smoke or you want to have a drink or you want to have a joint or a whiskey or whatever it is, you know, if you do it too much, then you can't do it because you do it every day. It sucks. And that's the Diet Coke for me. That's the building, the Beaux Arts building my friend lived in. And that down there, in the middle, the tallest building on this block is where my voice teacher was. I'm assuming that's where Don Lawrence is now. Or else he's just on Lady Gaga's private jet. That's Gray's Papaya. It's a famous place to get a hot dog. They should have veggie dogs there. Crossing over 72nd Street because I got the light. This is the subway. This is a great subway stop. Old-fashioned IRTs. They had the little house on the top to go down. It's very narrow. It's the 123 72nd Street right there. Is AT&T keeping up its end of the bargain and keeping the video crisp and fresh, guys? I'm grateful to you, AT&T, for keeping it crisp and fresh. Crisp. Thank you so much. Victory! Finally, right? Well, I know where we're going to go for a coffee now because I know where we are. Because I spent half of from the time I was 15 to 22, pretty much, going to Marty's. That's where I got to do the Bernstein thing and get the Lincoln Center thing, all the great stuff, just studying with that guy. Went to the children's concert, the children's symposium, music for classical music for young teenagers, bel canto for aspiring opera artists, because, you know, I wasn't an aspiring opera artist, but I lied and said I was. Because you wanted them to take you seriously, so, you know, so you had to just lie. This is Gray's Papaya. This is one of the most famous places in the world. Now, I don't know what hot dogs cost here now. They used to be like $1. But now they're probably, let's see what they are. This is where you get an orange Julius, which are fun. I don't know what they cost now. I don't know. No signs for money. Oh, shit. $5. Oh, that comes with a drink. Prices have gone up. I think this is about the cleanest walkabout video you have done. Thanks. I'm so happy. Well, yeah. I mean, it looks to me as if AT&T upped their coverage, their cells, because they had the worst coverage in New York City, and that's why I bought the T-Mobile SIM card. Not a SIM card, a eSIM, so I could operate on their network because it's far superior. Way more. And then that didn't work out today because AT&T. Being who they are. But then when I went to go just see, listen, I'm going to have to minimize where I go today and take the Bashers, you know, where there's good signal. And then I looked at the map and the whole entirety of Manhattan was dark blue and it said 5G plus. It said as of April 2025. So they just finished installing all these new cell towers for better service here. It's just incredible. Your baby. This is absolutely amazing. Yeah, this is the building that my friend Peggy Donnelly lived in. She paid $125 a month. I mean, this building is gorgeous. Super Beaux Arts. And now this is probably super expensive. I mean, of course it is. She paid in 1988. She paid $188 a month for this building, and it was a big apartment. She had like 3 bedrooms, but nobody wanted to live up here. It was kind of skanky. There's that New York word. He's the Hero Project. Hero is a cafe, right? This is not the prettiest place, so I'm gonna find a prettier place to have a nightcap with my bashers. It was 108 in 1988. So 1988, I was a Warner temp. You know, I hung Ahmet Erdogan speakers and Tun Jerem, and I worked with this amazing guy, Mr. Goldstein, and we used to hang. I'd go into like Doug Morris's. These are all legendary record men, and I was there when Tori Amos got re-signed after she got dropped. We like saw it happen. It was pretty cool. My friend Peggy Donnelly, she was the head of Atlantic Metal under a guy named Jason Flom, who sounded like Twisted Sister and White Lion and Manowar and a bunch of people. And she relocated from Los Angeles, and they found her in her apartment in that building. I don't even know the name of it, because it didn't have one then. It did, but it didn't, because it had fallen on hard times. Anyway, long story short, she had this massive apartment, and she played me an album. You ready for this? Here's story time. So maybe this is 89. So I'm with Peggy Donnelly, and she always had a crush on me, but like I was a secret gay, and nobody knew yet. And I used to pal around with this guy named Patrick Briggs, who was in a band called Are You Ready? And he was also gay, and like, you know, we were just like these 2 pretty redheads that all the girls liked, and we were all like, no, we're good, thanks. He's got a girlfriend, all this crap. Anyway, so we're up, me, Patrick Briggs, and Peggy Donnelly. She goes, you got to hear this record. And she played us Straight Outta Compton, NWA. She goes, do you know much about rap? And I was like, yeah, I'm from Jamaica, New York, so I know all about rap. And she said, have you ever heard this? And she played it for us. I don't even, was that 90? What year was that? Whenever that album came out, it was a pre-release, like 4 or 5 months before it came out. She goes, this is getting released on a major label. And I was like, she played Fuck the Police. And holy shit. Yeesh. You know? I could not believe it. Oh, hello, baby. You're so cute. Hello. Who are you? Oh my God, you're a big baby. Hello, you big baby. Oh my gosh. Oh, whoa, such a babe. What's his name?
This is Atticus.
Atticus. Atticus Finch. You're so pretty. What? He's a baby though, huh?
He just turned 4, yeah.
4. Oh my God. He's beautiful. Thank you so much.
No worries.
You're adorable. You're so good. Take care, Atticus. That's Atticus. You're on TV. You're a TV star. Ooh, you are. Yeah, what a sweetheart. Is he a corgi?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I was like, you know what you are. You're a corgi.
Yeah.
I was like, I couldn't tell. I mean, obviously, you could tell by the short walk.
He was the only tricolor in his litter.
I was going to say, it's the color that threw me off. Beautiful. Have a great night. Atticus, what a great name. Oh, here's a diner. Ooh, baby, baby. This is where I'm taking them. This is where we're going. Oh, I found it. On Saturday. Hey, Des. You're my pleasure, man. I'm not going to go to a diner now, but this is where I'm going to take them on Saturday because I needed a great diner and I need one near the museum, and this is near enough. Look at that. That's great. That's a diner. Have they not a booth? They do. They have booths. Yay! Yeah, so guys, I'm going to take you to Lincoln Center and we'll go have like a drink down there. And then, we'll say goodnight. And fun was this. Super duper fun. Fun for all the girls and boys. Thanks to everybody who came and went already. How many people are left in the room? Ooh, 39. That might be a telling symbol. We had almost 100 at one point. Here's Kanto. Obviously, this is very popular. But if anybody wants to have a drink with me, let me know. And I'll do that. If not, maybe we'll call it. How long am I on this? 2 hour. Oh, okay. Okay. Almost 3 hours. We're close. How many is it? 170 minutes. Okay. That's fine. This is, I'll take you to Lincoln Center regardless. It's the Lincoln Square Theater. Who wants to have a drink? Yay or nay? I'll go by what you guys say. Because it's not like on YouTube where I can see the side. They pop up on the screen whenever you talk. If anybody wants to have a drink with me, and we'll hang out and close it out. Or if you're all going to go to bed, I know a lot of you guys are over in the other side of the pond. I know this. Thunderbolts. Now this is the movie with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, right? She joined the Marvel Universe. That's amazing. Who needs a drink? Danny Gutierrez. For sure. I would love a white wine. I love the idea of like going, it's warm out and having a white wine. I love that idea. All right, thanks, Joe. Handsome Joe. Oh, they changed the Apple Store around to make it look like an Apple Store. Never did before. Man, everybody smokes pot but me. The whole world smokes weed but me. I'm Paul. He doesn't smoke weed. I think he's tried it, though. I just hate the way it smells. I would rather sit in somebody's cigar humidor than walk near pot. I just hate it. Especially that skunky shit, which is the worst. So I'm narrowing down for the studio revamp because obviously my computer's fucked. I'm still deliberating on which one to get because the one that I want, I think, is a custom order. It's not that it's anything so crazy. It's just that they give you like the iPhone equivalent of a Mac when you go to the store. So you might have to just pre-order it and pick it out or whatever. But that'll probably all happen next weekend. Yeah. Onwards and upwards with the show, man. We're gonna get everything top notch, everything top quality. Now we are approaching one of the most amazing places in the world. I was not a student here per se, but I took a lot of classes in here as a non-matriculator for Marty and Madame Toussaint and Geneviève Ali. And I went into their symposiums and did a bunch of stuff there. It was pretty great. I really wished I wasn't such a dum-dum when I was a kid. Now that's an old-time New York Steinway. Right there, that's a New York Steinway. Of course, this building did not look like that back then. In the 80s, it was completely different. But this is Alice Tully Hall. This is what it looks like now. And that was Juilliard. Right here. Amazing. Where's the best of the best of the best come from? Of course, in Europe, they have the Royal Academy of Music. But for Americans, it's Juilliard. It's very prestigious. I passed the audition too. It's just that it was like a lot of money. And there were scholarships involved too, but I was like, oh, I'm going to be a rock star. I didn't need that. Very stupid moves. It's very easy to be short-sighted when you're a kid. But I was up here all the time, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. When my band imploded when I was 30, I should have just immediately gone back there. Yeah. That's what I should have done. But I was like, no, I'm going to have a solo career, which I didn't have either.
But now I feel bad. Shit, I should have said I'm only 3.
Of course she did, Joe. It's the best of the best. That's why she was there, because she was the best of the best. You know? Amazing stuff. Yeah, that's the main entrance for Juilliard right down there. This building is newer on the campus. The lockers were actually in the theater back then in the day. All the lockers for Juilliard were on top, like at the end of the orchestra seats. It's crazy. There wasn't a lot of room back then. Here we go. Lincoln Center. Now, David Geffen, of course, gave them $1 million, trillion, zillion dollars to rename Avery Fisher Hall. And the Fishers gladly cashed the check, I guess. Which is fine, it needed some stuff. This is now David Geffen Hall. And it is quite beautiful. Now, he also paid to have the fountain moved, because the fountain, believe it or not, was not centered. So they fixed that. In the city. 8:15. This is probably a really good time to go to the fountain in beautiful New York City, in the most elegant, most incredible center of the arts that we have in these United States. It's where the creme de la creme teach, it's where the creme de la creme study, it's where the creme de la creme perform. And it's something we should all be very proud of, considering our short history. You know, Italy and France and Russia and Germany and Poland, all this Spain, all these amazing cultures with their histories. They've provided so much great music and arts to the world. And in our short time, because we come from other places, because we come from Russia, we come from Italy, and we come from France and Spain and Hungary and Portugal, all of our people have come and continued the tradition of great arts. And we have some of the greatest artists in the modern era. Absolutely stupendous. There's the David Koch Theater. That guy got screwed out of a lot of Bitcoin and a lot of watches and a lot of champagne. And the chairman of the Kennedy Center. Hey, Dave, how are you? And Sharon Nicolas Cage. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, you know, like, it's absolutely just goes to show you what a fascist asshole can do. Like, to take over, like, that guy has no opinion on the arts whatsoever. He doesn't like it because artists don't like him. Because artists, traditionally, other than Kid Rock, are progressives, are liberals. We want freedom of expression for our lives, for our work, for our loves. That's what artists want. That's throughout history. Half of the great Renaissance artists were either degenerates or criminals. You know, it's just, you know, And it wasn't because they were degenerates or criminals. They were criminalized for stuff that was stupid, like being gay. So, listen, that's not going to work. Who is he going to have at the Kennedy Center Honors? Ted Nugent, Kid Rock. Who else? I don't know. I can't name another artist that falls into that category. I guess maybe Carrie Underwood, but I think she kind of half-assed did that. I don't know. I mean, it's just 4 years we won't have any Kennedy Center honors. We won't have it anyway. What a terrible way to end the night. This is the best way to end the night. Yeah, the Kennedy Center will get painted gold, probably. I think that this is a great way to celebrate the arts and everything I hold dear. Everything I love. Music, arts, dance. I love it all. And I spent a lot of time here as a kid dreaming. It was a magical place to dream. It really was. Here I am in my 50s, when I was 17, it was a very good year. Was a very good year for opera lessons and dancing till dawn. It is so pretty here. It's my beautiful Lincoln Center in my beautiful city. Hey, Miami Manny, how are you? It's just a testament to what Americans do when they give a shit and when they put their hearts in the right places. And we support the arts. And we should support the arts every day, because without the arts, we'd have nothing. Absolutely nothing in this world, So here I am in Lincoln Center. Let me put this up all the way. Here I am in Lincoln Center. The New York State Theater, the Metropolitan Opera, and of course David Geffen Hall. Let's go over to the fountain and we'll say goodnight. Oh, thank you, Robbinsburg. Thank you. You're so appreciated. I'll take you over to the Metropolitan Opera before we go. It's so beautiful out here. I mean, it couldn't be more beautiful. This, my friends, is the Metropolitan Opera. I mean, Aida is on right now. Then Antony and Cleopatra. And Salome. I mean, to go to this theater is just, it's a modern, mid-century modern complex. It's not like these incredible, European things, but it's a totally different animal altogether. And it's utterly magnificent. Oh, thank you, Melly C. I'm so glad that AT&T cooperated. Our daughter is down in the financial district enjoying the weather. Hey, nice. It's beautiful down there. This is the most perfect night I've experienced in New York City since I couldn't tell you when. You did it, Turkus. Thanks, buddy. Thanks so much. I wish there was a bar right over here. Actually, I think that there is. Is it the Juilliard bar? Wouldn't that be hilarious? No, I'm wrong. It's a library. It would have been too cool. Anyway, I'm going to go to the fountain and kiss you all good night to go to bed. And thank you for such a spectacular night. I had such a great time. Thank you all. It's like I love these 3-hour streams with you guys. It's a lot of fun, and I get a lot of exercise. So I'll be nice and skinny by June if I keep this up. I plan on doing at least 1 or 2 of these a week. But let me go back to the better view, and I'll put this to bed. Thank you, Andy M. Only good things, baby. Only good things. Here we go. Hey, guys. There it is. Guys, thanks so much for a great walkabout. I love doing it for you guys. Basherdirk@gmail.com. If you want to send me any feedback or you want to send pictures to tomorrow's show. Tomorrow, of course, I'm with Ush. All the stuff, PayPal, if you want to contribute, you want to be a Patreon, all in the description underneath. Thank you so very much for all this. Chris on the Upper East Side. Guys, you're the best. Remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember that I don't say that on the walkabout, but thanks so much, you guys, and have the best night ever. And I will just let you have this. For a couple of minutes to enjoy, to relax. Namaste. Oof. Like we're in Vegas. That's new. David Geffen paid for that. Because it never did that before. Now we have the dancing waters, like on the Lawrence Welk show. Thank you so very much. We have the Lennon sisters coming up with the great Chi-Chi Van Doren on the accordion. The dancing waters indeed. Beautiful. I've never seen that do that in my life because it's a brand new fountain and it's beautifully done. Guys, remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. Remember, I love you. Have a great night. Thanks.